Beautiful time of year up here. If anyone wants to come and visit, now's the time. Now that the rains have passed and we're heading into June and July and the dry months, in theory. Not that I expect anyone can make it this far up, but still, the offer's there. Wasn't even sure I'd stream tonight, or again. It's been a rough week to say the least. And my mental health has not been the best. Yesterday was a very big struggle. That day of the year is always a very big struggle. Didn't help when I went to the doctors the other day just to renew my script for antidepressants, which I've been on for, I don't know, 25 years. And said, oh, I'm going through a rough patch. Or medication. Antidepressants enough. I said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, the tablets that I'm on, their primary purpose is anti-anxiety. Secondarily, they anti-depression. Yay me. So for 20 or 25 years I've been on anti-anxiety tablets without even knowing it. And I've been stressed up the wazoo. Well, here you go. But he did give me some useful yoga exercises. As he called it, it was situational anxiety. And when the situation passes, the anxiety will go away. Well, that situation is going to take a little while to pass. Anyways, it is what it is. They're my rambling thoughts of suicidal depression yesterday, even with my antidepressant tablets. Reminiscing on things in my childhood. And I stumbled across an old memory of a friend of mine who has committed suicide. Passed away when he was 19, I think, 18, 19. By which stage I'd lost contact. And that was my choice. Primarily because after going to the year 11, could have even been year 12 ski camp, which I couldn't go to because we couldn't afford it. He made some friends with some of the girls. And I can only assume they pestered him about me because I used to perv on them because I was a young horny teenager who had no social skills, and I still don't have social skills, so let's face it. And I used to ride home with him a lot of the time. This particular time after he'd come back from the ski camp, and it sounded like he had a great time at the ski camp. He was pestering me about who I was sweet on at that time. And that was unusual, and not the sort of information I'd normally give up, because even if I was sweet on them, I wouldn't have the foggiest idea how to approach them. Eventually I did, and within a week I was crossing the parade ground, or the girl was crossing the parade ground, and she saw me, and she was with her friends. She saw me and she lifted up a leg and said, "Hey Glenn, would you like to see a sock?" And they all laughed, thinking it was horrendously funny to embarrass, shame and humiliate me. I'm assuming he said something to her, because until then there'd been no such interaction. So in my mind he betrayed me, and you just don't do that. In my mind that was unacceptable. So I stopped being his friend, which was quite sad. I mean, I felt justified in the position. He couldn't be trusted anymore. He'd chosen other friends, as far as I was concerned. And I'd known this guy since grade 5. And we've been friends since grade 5. And to this day I think my mother gaslighted me with how we were friends, because I went, okay, we're friends. And from grade 5 until grade 11 or 12 we were friends. And then he betrayed my trust, and it was like, nope. Afterwards he tried to be a baker, got teased mercilessly because he was slightly malformed. He had quite significant pigeon-toed or pigeon foot, skin coloration, slightly abnormal facial features, whatever. Meant nothing to me, but when you become an apprentice, the other apprentices, my experience is the other apprentices like to just put shit on you regardless and tease the crap out of you. And that's from my experience when I was working in the butcher's shop at Coles. And no, I wasn't an apprentice, but the apprentice there, he got shit on him, and so he just mercilessly teased me, and he was the reason I ended up leaving. And I really hope they fucking raked him over the coals because of it, because it was just full on all the time. He was an absolute prick. Anyways, my understanding was they do the same to this friend of mine, or ex-friend of mine, when he was a baker. So he did what a lot of people do when they're desperate and they haven't been indoctrinated already. He turned to religion. They didn't help, because once again he wasn't the norm. He was always going to find it hard to get a girlfriend. And I'm gathering that after school, once those other people had got the information that they wanted, they just summarily ignored him, which I would have expected, but who knows? Well, they do, but I don't. Ended up taking his life, which I found out years later. So there you go. The fun things you mull over when you're struggling day by day, or struggling through the day. Anyways, today was much better, at least so far. The joy of being under so much pressure. I mean, the definition of an expert is where X is an unknown factor and SPURT is a drip under pressure. I managed to get a lot done. I've extended the cattle yard. More to the point, I've extended the electric fence in the backyard up into some of the scrub for the cattle. Poor bloody things are starving because there's no grass in their yard. I mean, there's grass, but they don't want it. It's sure shit isn't growing at the moment. So I got out the tractor and cleared a path, ran the electric fence up there and let them loose, and I went to the end of the cattle yard, into the yard to start with, and back paddock to start with. I went, oh yeah, okay, fair enough. And then later, and I saw them prancing around in the scrub amongst the trees, going, oh look, we can go over here, we can go over there. Oh my God, there's this bit over here. Oh my God, it's wonderful. So, which is good. I will, for me as well, because then I've taken away the electric fence rope from around the house, and the cattle can have the back paddock and the sheep can have the house yard, which I think will work out better. But I am out of electric fence wire, which is a bit of bugger, but that will do for now. I'm also out of money, so I can't buy anything at the moment. You also managed to get some more tidying up done in the house with moving some bits and pieces over to one of the storage containers. I know that doesn't sound like much, but it was enough. And today is the Childers Festival. They have their equivalent of the Echo, which, you know, it's only a small town, so only a small festival, but I just had too much to do. I didn't have any money to spend, so I didn't go. But it's on tonight as well, and they'll have fireworks and stuff up there, live music, all that sort of stuff. So, and it's a beautiful night for it, and it's been a beautiful day for it too. Unlike the last time, must have been last year when I went, it was rainy and miserable, drizzly. But today it's just been blue skies, and right now the stars are coming out. Got the fire going. No breeze. Just quiet. Not even toads singing at the moment, just crickets. The fire's nice and warm. Yeah, it's cooling down. I mean, the days are warm, but the nights are cool. Not cold, just cool. I think the coolest we got to was yesterday, which was supposed to be 11 degrees in the morning. Today was supposed to be 14 degrees in the morning, so it's still cool. But you're getting up to 23, 24 during the day, so you can end up in a sweat quite easily. But I now know what I need to do with the paddocks, because I've had some issues with the mulcher on the tractor. And it's not so much mulching this growth, it's more about clearing the undergrowth and allowing the established trees more nutrients so they can grow better, rather than trying to clear and mulch. The mulcher is more for where there's runs of friggin' rat's tail and shit, just to run it down and get under control. So most of it's black wattle, which is just shitty scrub, which doesn't give anywhere for the animals to run and get through. And lantana, there's lantana friggin' everywhere, but yeah, not much we can do about that, because it's all in a state forest, and as soon as I take it out, birds drop it straight back in again. But if I clear the undergrowth, at least I can see where it is and try and get rid of it. But that'll be a constant battle. Anyways, Hope you enjoyed the fire. I'm enjoying it. Hope you didn't mind my ramblings too much. And enjoy the rest of your weekend all. Bidik.